We got Carlos Sejas. We have Diane Brodeen from SoCal.
Yeah.
Carlos is from, I think Carlos from West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
We have Cheyenne, and we have Denise Mama 4 from Wichita Falls out there in Mark Whippeto country.
Do you want to give all the announcements first?
We're going to give all the announcements first.
Okay. And then I'm going to get a list.
Mother, you're eating.
I'm eating.
Texas Mama's eating her salad.
I'm eating. So good. Do you want to give all the announcements?
Oh, man, our audio sounds good.
Yeah.
Just kicked on. Our speeds are good, so we should be good, y'all. We got our lighting and our microphone, so we're trying to do our best to provide you with the quality content that y'all deserve. Okay, so let's see here. So, Mom wants us to make the announcements. Please, Texas family, pray for my family. I'm a Christian mom of all are homeschooled. Our family has a need. We need a big enough vehicle to hold all 6 of us. Yes.
All 6.
That's fun. We've
we're a family of 8, and we're able to fit in our minivan.
If there's 6 of you, we highly recommend a Honda.
A Honda minivan.
Yeah,
you'll fit very cheap, but you'll fit comfortably
very
in a Honda, and you will get wonderful gas mileage. You get good performance. It's
and
very
you can
safe.
still add 2 more children to your family, and you'd still have
and
room.
still comfortably.
Yeah, we go to church, and they're like, "Wait, you all fit in that van?" We're
Mark
like, "Yeah."
Edwards.
So
we
have there's 2 bench seats. So there's a bench seat up front, and then there's a bench seat in the back. So, 3, and then 2 in the front.
And ours is a, 2013? And I think
we got it used.
We got it used. I think we paid like $9,000 or $9,500 for it. So,
yeah, it wasn't bad.
We got 2 OGs on tonight. We got Mark Edwards, the original OG, and then we got Mr. Solus.
But I'm going to say one more thing. If you're a family of 6, this would kind of be my other pick. Would be, are you going to agree with me or not? Would be our Ford Explorer. We had a Ford Explorer, and it was so great.
Ford Explorer?
Our Explorer.
The Ford Explorer that we came to Tejas.
Yes, it was very good. It had the 3rd bench seat that would go up, and then, I mean, the only disadvantage to that is, I guess, if you were getting like a lot of groceries.
Texas Coffee and Texas Farmer.
But yes.
Wow. We got the Texas people in the house. Curly Q, super fan.
YouTube channel, and we can go through that.
Yeah, we can go through some.
Aretha Amos. Oh, Lisa Clark. We have had a couple inches of rain. It's going to start raining. Time traveling Texan. I'm a struggling urban gardener. Flee Urbia. No.
So we have a couple announcements. Did you
keep on struggling?
Did you do the announcements
No,
yet?
we didn't do the announcements.
Okay, first big huge announcement is that we have more honey coming.
Oh yes.
Getting ready.
Oh, you were going to talk about the big surprise.
We have more honey getting ready to be packaged up by us and put onto the website. So if you are one of those people who missed out on honey this last time around, stay plugged in to the website, because I'm going to be packaging up more honey, and we're going to be listing it, but it's going to be limited supplies again, but it's going to be going up within the next couple days. So just give us a couple days to get that together and get that listed. That's the one announcement. Second announcement is we have 2 new aprons. I'm wearing one tonight. I super duper love it. And it has this little back piece, like little leather,
like a leather
suspender thing in the back.
Vegan leather.
Vegan leather.
It's not on your neck or anything like that. I really love it. It's got big pockets. It's got pockets up here. It is a 100% cotton apron. It comes in lots of different colors, and it's fit for either a man or a woman to wear, and it's very, very, very adjustable. You can see I've taken the straps and tied them all the way up front. It's super adjustable, so you can check that out on the website. And there's now a half apron. Many of you have asked, instead of the full apron, do we just have a half apron option? So now we do have a half apron option, but it still does the 2 big pockets in the front, so you'll still be able to put your cell phone or whatever else you have carrying around with you during the day. So go check that one out as well. And that one comes in a beige, black, or gray option. But these come in lots of different colors. These are really cool.
And also we, us boys added 3 more. What is it?
It's James from Georgia.
No way!
Yo, James, what's up, buddy?
Hey, wow. Matt still has your letter sitting on his desk. He does not move it or
No,
take it away.
pretty much, no.
He keeps it there. It's a keepsake forever, James. So if we ever get to Georgia, we will give you a holler.
Yeah, for real.
Horse
update. Give him the horse update, Texas Mom.
Horse update is this for those of you who watched today's video, and there was just a couple people that had some concerns, but mainly most of you, the majority of you, were more compassionate towards Buddy than
I would
towards
be.
the horse.
Yeah,
And I'll tell
people
you
that
guys-
have inordinate affection towards animals have.
Yeah. So
Problem.
the
Well,
story
wait,
with the
I didn't
horse.
see the comments on it. What people were saying.
There was
It was
just
one
there
particular.
was just
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was fine,
It
but.
was disturbing.
But the thing is that we talked to the neighbor about taking the horse to the sale today, and
Yeah.
basically by the time we pay all the fees at the sale barn, and nobody wants to take an animal to a sale barn, but
No.
we can't in good conscience sell this animal
Correct.
to anybody else at this point because
And pawning it off on a rescue, I mean, these poor people are finding it hard enough to get
Yeah,
paid.
for real.
there's some rescues out here that are super shady. So
Super shade.
really shady.
I think it's a one-step glue drop
Yeah.
to the Alpo.
Yeah. So anyway, I
That's too
contacted the people that we bought the horse
Speaking
from
of shady.
back in January, and they have graciously offered to take the horse back, and the husband is going to work with him, try to work on the issues that we're having with him, and then they are going to basically keep him on consignment, and once they work with him for about a month, they're going to try to resell him and get us some of our money back from him, and then they'll get paid a little bit too, and they'll be very particular about who he goes to. I think he just needs a big, strong cowboy kind of guy, somebody that's
To
not
wear him
going to
out.
Mhm.
put up with any of his nonsense.
Just a punk.
So that's the update on the horse. We're glad we didn't have to go through the whole sale barn
Sure.
thing.
Yes.
And we'll be getting him back to his people probably this coming week. So
Yeah.
that was super awesome.
And then also we added 3 more shirt designs, t-shirt designs on the website. We have them ordered. I need to order them tonight for us.
What are they?
But the one is We Are the CO2.
Oh, that's all. That was a subscriber recommendation.
Yeah, We Are the CO2.
That is awesome.
And it's a nice big font, and the font, it matches the Make or Well Fiction t-shirt, but we changed it so it's a little bit thicker of a font, so it will wear better, so then it won't wear off as fast anyway. But we're going to be ordering those for ourselves, so you'll be seeing us wear them throughout the week. The other one is it's a Texas outline, and then in the middle it says home in a very nice cursive font, and I really like that one. We're going to be ordering some of those too.
Yes, because we have lots of Texas
Yep.
people or
Yes.
people that were from Texas.
Yeah, we're from Texas, yep.
So we just wanted to do one of them.
So, anyway, and then the last one was I kind of got inspired from some of the new Wrangler shirts that have been coming out lately, and kind of like retro Wrangler shirts, and so I made my own Wrangler retro shirt, and that's 3 cowboys, which is kind of funny because there's, at least for right now, we're raising up the other 3, or the other 2 cowboys and then cowgirl, but 3 cowboys on their horses with the old rustic Texas flag. So I thought that was pretty cool. So 3 new Texas, 3 new shirt designs. So.
And you ordered my shirt.
Oh yeah, rejoice in the Lord always, for He is worthy.
So
Yep.
love your people, do all the things, rejoice in the Lord always. So I'm getting that t-shirt, so y'all be watching
Yep.
and seeing me in that t-shirt in coming videos. So I guess we should jump into it.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the other big announcement is we hit 50,000 subscribers.
Woohoo! Thank y'all.
So
Thank you
that's
for helping
super
us
cool.
hit
Super cool.
50,000.
Oh.
50,000.
Yes, go ahead. And you flew right past it. You're almost at 54,000
Yep.
right now.
Yep.
So
200 more.
Very
thank
nice.
you and welcome all of you new people. We are super humbled, honored. We have a great group of people now, just a
Yep.
wonderful community of people,
Yeah.
like-minded
Absolutely incredible.
people. The other thing I wanted to say was that we are just like, what, $1,000? Are we $500?
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me add this. So for Darlene's,
Longhorn.
yeah, we
Make it-
are.
Make sure it's up to date though.
Yeah, let me.
Just press the little.
We're talking about the campaign.
The campaign to save Darlene's Longhorns. We are at 4,100, y'all.
So we're $900.
So we're $900 short plus their processing fees or
Yep.
whatever.
Yes.
So if anybody wants to help a farmer rancher, please give or pray or share the hyperlink to anybody that wants to help a farmer or rancher. Rain is coming to Texas.
It is coming.
Sent by the Lord.
Yeah.
And we're thankful to God
And
for every
Darlene said
drop.
that she was going to be thankful for whatever we
Yeah,
could
anything.
do.
Yeah.
She said it doesn't have to be 50 round bales. It could be 20. Whatever we could do would be great. So
Yeah, because these round bales, I was just talking to somebody last week, and all the round bales that came in sold in less than 15 minutes, and they sold for $150 a round bale.
Which one was that?
One of my customers I was talking to, and
Oh, really?
two people that we know that have shipped in hay from Louisiana. I feel so
rough.
man, it looks like it's 10
It's
years old.
bad.
yeah, it's kind of poor.
And I know it's probably beaten up from being on a semi
Yeah.
and going the miles, but
But
Nah,
it
it
looks
looks
like it's
old.
10 years old.
Yeah, it just looks
It
old.
looks like they just pulled it off the side of the road and they're like,
Sure.
hey,
Man,
these
it looked
Texas
bad.
people will buy it for $100 a round bale. So actually, this was another thing too. There was a local farm shop around here. They brought in 150 round bales. Yeah, 150 round bales. And they were selling them for $150 and they sold out in 2 hours.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Crazy.
So just be praying that we can actually find the round bales for her down there. But we really, really,
High
really
pace and
want to press and get her to the $5,000 mark. And
Everybody's saying the camera's out of focus.
That could be their stream on their end because our ping is good. I mean, it's gonna fluctuate with the.
Let me turn off Mom's phone.
Okay. Yeah, it's
The
gonna
Wi-Fi?
fluctuate with the.
Just keep us up to
Interwebs.
date with the camera
Yeah, let us know
quality.
if it's. We
So-
pinged really high though.
So as soon as we get to that $5,000 mark, then we will figure out a way. Lord willing, there will be hay somewhere around her.
Yeah,
and
I asked
she's
Darlene to work that logistic because she's
4 hours.
yeah,
5
she's
hours.
4 hours, 4.5 hours south here. She's below College Station. So hey, if there's anybody on here from the College Station area that has a
Yes.
hay contact,
That would
Yeah.
be great.
if you want to send us an email,
Yes, please.
countrytexasboys@gmail.com.
And she doesn't care what kind of hay. Beggars can't be choosers.
Some people are saying fuzzy, some people are saying good. That's on your. That's
Probably
probably
on your
On
end.
your end, then.
Yeah.
If it's going blurry, your connection.
So you'll get to see Matt and the boys probably coming up here soon, taking a trip down there and being there when the hay arrives. That would be really cool if we could coordinate all that. And supposedly she has an amazing Longhorn ranch. She's an older lady. She's been in the Longhorn business for a long time. So it'll be
Yeah.
a really cool interview. You won't want to miss that.
And everybody learned what the big surprise was this week. So there you go.
They all learned about the land,
The land,
the purchase.
the new land.
We're gonna do a video on how we facilitated that purchase. It's pretty. Well, it's it's all the Lord
Yes.
being
Yeah.
gracious to us, but
Absolutely.
it's pretty.
It was miraculous.
Awesome. Yeah, and it was super
Totally
miraculous. We
miraculous.
closed on the same day, and there was all kinds of stuff could have went wrong.
Crazy
and
stuff.
technically there was a money kind of glitch, but it still went through. The wire didn't happen, but
It
they
was
just said
amazing.
just sign everything
Yeah.
and we'll punch it through on Monday, and that's what happened.
Yes.
That was pretty.
So
awesome.
do you want to talk about your land a little bit?
Yeah, so the land, in today's video, we showed y'all that we brush hogged some. I was planning on brush hogging tonight, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that. But, yeah, so we started brush hogging, and I told the boys, I was like, there's some old logger trails back there, but they were really, really rough. So I said, just go ahead and drive the buggy in front of my tractor. And I was like, I'll follow behind real slow, and I'll lift the brush hog all the way up. So it'll be like 6 inches. So, I mean, I could run over some decent stuff, and I'm not going to touch it. But just to knock down some of the brush that's like 8 feet tall. So then we just went through there, and it's probably a quarter mile, half a mile long trail there, all the way down there and all the way back, you know.
It was really cool.
It was pretty cool. Yeah. So that was super fun. And there, we can make dozens of trails through there. And a lot of people, we have to address this thing. We have gotten hundreds of comments about the trees and what I was trying to say.
And it's people that don't watch
and it got
the channel,
kind of misinterpreted, I guess. I was talking about clearing out the land and everything like that. And I mean, I got nailed.
Don't cut down the trees.
So, the thing is,
we're tree people, y'all.
Yes, we planted 400 trees on our property, and we had to clear out hundreds, 200-300 trees to replant the 400 fruit trees here. And the beautiful thing about that is we cut down trees that they weren't even big or anything, but just normal brushy trees, gum trees and stuff like that, scrubby, junky trees,
we're
right?
Plant good trees.
And we're gonna plant trees that will feed all of us, our whole entire family, and the community and our animals. Okay, they're way more beneficial. Not saying that the native trees aren't beneficial; they very much are. But our other property has already been logged. Okay.
Right.
And how? Okay, wait a second here.
I'm just repositioning the mic because somebody's saying they got to.
We can move it closer a little bit. There you go. It works like this, I'm pretty sure. All right, there you go. So, how Texas loggers work is they will, even if they're thinning, they're just going to take every good-looking tree. And they're like, great, we're thinning it, so we don't actually have to collect up any of the trashy trees. So, 80% of the trees over there are trashy. Mm-hmm. I mean, on the drone shots, there might be some, maybe good-looking trees. And I said that on the video. A couple random oaks and good-looking pine trees. I'll keep them, of course.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of trashy, just scrappy, nasty.
And
that's called land management.
And then we're gonna replant, like I said,
the good stuff,
all the good fruit trees and everything.
Yeah. Nut trees,
exactly.
Some big oak trees.
Exactly.
That'd be cool. Yeah. And with the scrappy trees, they're not gonna go to waste.
No, we're gonna cut them down, and if I can, I will sawmill them up, and then if not, I'll just turn them into firewood. Mm-hmm. So.
Absolutely.
Nut trees for the win. Yeah, I planted 2 Dunstan chestnuts. I wanted some awesome fodder trees. No idea what killed them. We have almonds and pecans. And for whatever reason, I know nut trees have to be more mature than fruit trees, but I'm not having a lot of success with nut trees yet. But we're working on it. We're trying and failing and adjusting, so.
Alrighty, so we're going to go through this week's videos.
Oh, the first one.
So the first one is warning from an Australian farmer. That was, that was 7 days ago, so within a week of now. Pretty much exactly. Me and Dad sat down and talked about warning from an Australian farmer. Very good documentary. Forget exactly what channel that was.
That was that Lib channel, SBS.
Yeah, SBS. So they had 500,000 subscribers, but this video only got 5,000 views. Mm-hmm. But it was very well done. But there was, some, there was a spin a little bit, of course. So we spun it the other way. No. Mm-hmm. So anyway, it had a pretty good message in it, and we were able to talk about it. And everybody really likes our sit-down talks, how we'll take the video and we'll break it down.
And I picked the next video for our next reaction video. Good. So we might be recording that. Well, not tonight. We'll probably do that tomorrow after church.
So anyway, and I really like making the videos. And that video, praise the Lord, the video got 185,000 views. And that's outstanding.
Yeah,
and
that's what you want.
that's great. And, you know, it spreads the message out
Yes.
there to all of these people, and hopefully it will wake some people up, and hopefully it'll encourage a lot of people too. And
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you haven't seen that yet, go back and watch it. It's really, really well done. A really well done
Yeah.
film. So, and then the next one
yep.
was
the next one is, this basically changed everything. That was Homeschool 2022. Just pretty much just giving you all an update on our homeschool and how everything's going with that. So, yeah, that was pretty much that one.
that one was a lot of fun.
That one was
because,
quite a bit of fun.
You know, it has been a long time, I think, since just me and you sat down
Yeah.
and did a video. And so
Oh boy, we had one comment. I'm always
don't
fascinated.
find them. Don't talk about the one.
Oh no,
comment.
I
Don't,
deep
honey,
sixed that
honey.
person. That was incredible. That was some ugly.
There's some people
It's incredible.
that did not get enough hugs from their mother when they were growing up.
No, they didn't.
We'll just say that.
Some kids slept way too close to the microwave growing up. I'm just saying. Whoa, nanu,
So-
Mark calling Olson. Come in, Olson.
If you're new to homeschooling, if you're old to homeschooling, if you know somebody that's homeschooling, or you know somebody that might be interested in homeschooling, they might want to watch that video. It was just a lot of fun, and I think seeing a homeschool kid at the end of his homeschool career coming to a close, I think it will soothe a lot of people. I think you'll gain some confidence in your abilities, and you have everything you need to homeschool. I think that was the whole point of it, is yes, you can homeschool. No matter what, you can do it. So, next one.
The
is-
next one was the big reveal, new off-grid property. So we're definitely doing some more research. I need to research some other stuff too. I was actually talking to an older gentleman, and he was telling me about his neighbor that powers pretty much everything in his house off a windmill.
Whitten hay farming.
Oh, wow.
And it was super cool. And he said all he had to do was upgrade the prop on it or whatever, and it would be 100% able to power his whole entire place. And I was like, that's awesome, because I don't want to be totally reliant on solar power. You know, I want to kind of diversify our power situation. So if I could have air power and sun power and mix them together somehow, so then, you know, if the wind's not blowing so hard one day, but the sun's still out, you know, there you go. Or if the sun's behind some clouds, but the wind's really blowing, you know, it's just kind of that type of deal.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It's going to be really fun watching the boys build their houses and just get everything set up over there. It's going to be a long process. We're not in a race with it, that's for
No.
sure, but it's going to be fun to watch that.
Somebody just recommended Britton Hay Farming College Station, so
Okay. The next one was Warning from India, and that was Vandana, right? Vandana Shiva.
yeah, Vandana Shiva. Yes.
Vandana Shiva. So, really, really smart lady, crazy smart lady, and that video took 2 hours for YouTube to fact check it, and it finally got done. And then on top of
We
that,
got throttled.
YouTube made sure that video got throttled.
Yes.
So then I had to hurry up and like kind of retitle it slightly and actually take her name off the title
Yes.
and stuff like that. And it finally kind of was able to get a little slightly unburied.
Brian Hayden said, tell the boys to look into RPS Solar for the well pump. That's actually who we're looking to for the well pump.
Yep,
So
yep.
we appreciate the recommendation. Josh at Heartway Farms has a contact there and sent him an email. So we are working on that. And if all y'all want to call or email RPS Solar and tell them about our channel and explain to them that we would make them some seriously awesome marketing material,
Yes.
That'd be
then
cool.
y'all can do that.
It's going to be
That's what we're
one well that's going to support all 3 of the boys' houses,
Yeah.
and then, you know, maybe future houses too. For the little ones, we'll see how many end up building over there.
The next one is Mega 1-Year Prepper Freezer. room tour, and that was quite a day. We went out and got freezers, and then on top of that, James and us boys, but a good part of it was James's brain power behind it all, taking apart the dryer and all that type of stuff, and then moving it into the other room. And maybe you didn't see the video, but yeah, so the dryer couldn't fit in the room. So James was like, oh yeah, I've taken this dryer apart before. So he just strips this thing all the way down, and I'm like just watching. I'm like, what the heck? So he strips this thing all the way down, like down to like 2 little last panels to it, and then we're able to wiggle it on through the door, and then he just puts this whole thing back together, and I'm like, what in the world? So anyway,
it was a 2-day event.
Yeah, it was a 2-day event.
The video that you saw was actually a combination
Yes.
of 2 days,
2 days
of hard work.
Yeah.
And we worked right up to the wire. We worked right up to the point of about 20 or 30 minutes before we had to leave and go pick up our meat from the processor.
Yes.
And we had just gotten everything finished, and I told the boys, go jump in the shower, go get cleaned up, because we got to go get the meat. And
Yep.
And then they went and picked up the meat and got to
did James get his braces off at Home Depot? I know.
Not in that order.
Yeah, no, not in that order. But the thing is it was kind of weird because I thought I filmed him getting his braces off, but I guess I didn't. So then it went from me saying, oh yeah, you're going to get your braces off, and then we walked into Home Depot. So it was kind of like, what the heck?
Shouting at clouds. Everybody is talking. This is our reaction video we're going to do. The Amish farmer getting raided by the FDA.
Oh, nice. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, no, James actually, Matt took James first thing in the morning, went
Yep.
and got his braces off. They came back, they finished working on these 2 rooms,
Yep.
finished them up, and then ran and did a crazy meat haul and got meat to
Yeah, we got,
everybody that needed.
A little over 1,500 pounds of meat.
Yeah, in my minivan. Hey,
In a
lots,
minivan.
lots
Boom.
of things fit
In
in
the
the
Honda
minivan.
Odyssey.
Honda Odyssey.
Awesome meat transportation device there.
That's the second time that poor van's been loaded down with meat.
And
Okay.
it feels it too. I mean, you're like,
I know.
I was like, oh wow, I really got to press on the gas pedal now.
It's
Okay.
funny.
So, Saving Big weekly prepper pantry haul. It's just our weekly grocery haul. And that was super fun. We always have as much fun as we can going
Yeah.
grocery shopping, but it's just, just normal. And
The only thing funner than that is watching Texas Mom grab a can of beans and talk for 20 minutes about a can of beans.
that's even funner.
He doesn't
very
understand.
So-
He doesn't appreciate.
No.
I'm like,
And
people
somebody
watch this.
somebody
All of my
thought
grocery knowledge.
somebody
Oh,
else
shit.
thought actually in that video that we drink Mountain Dew too, and I had to tell them that we don't drink soda, like
There's some-
junky old soda.
thought we drank Diet Mountain.
Oh, Diet Mountain
Ooh,
Dew,
yummy.
even
That's
better.
even better.
So she wrote this, or he wrote this gigantic long comment of how terrible. I'm like, yeah, I know how terrible normal junky soda is. I'm like,
We don't.
I
drink
don't know
soda.
where you even saw soda in the video.
We've
so
never given the kids.
I don't even think
soda.
we were in the soda aisle.
We
so
don't drink soda,
I
yeah.
don't know. So I said we don't drink soda.
Sometimes the comments
Heart.
are
I'm
funny.
like, I don't know. I'm like, what did I do?
But yeah, we're making a lot of progress in the pantry. Be looking forward, because as we get everything out of the garage and into the big shop, the workshop, the garage is getting emptied out as we speak, and then the YouTube studio and all of the inventory from the website is going to be going over to the garage. We're going to have a door so we can walk back and forth. It's just going to be like an extension of the house, and then that is going to free up a lot more room in my center aisle in my pantry. Several of you have asked, where did we get the shelving for the pantry? It's either Home Depot or Lowe's, and shelving has gone up astronomically since we set up our pantry, and we've added some shelving. I can tell you this, that black metal shelving units are the cheapest shelving units that I can find. And what you could do with them is you could, because they're wire and it is kind of maybe not ideal for putting things on. I mean, you can do it. I do it. But I always thought of this. If you just had a plank, like a board of wood there, and put that just set it. You don't have to attach it, but if you just set that on those shelves on top, and you could have that cut just at your local hardware store, and then you'd have a solid surface, so you're not setting your jars and your cans on the metal, that grated metal. That's just an option. They're really, even though they're way more expensive than they used to be like $60 for those big black metal shelving units, and now I don't know what the price is. But
lumber has come down, but yeah.
It's still cheaper than buying wood and doing it with wood. I mean, we have a sawmill, so for us it's cheaper to do it with wood, but that's the fastest way to do it.
Yeah,
I promise you. Exactly. And it's adjustable. You can move them all around. It's not permanent, which is great if you're converting a room into a pantry room. You can always put them out in the garage or do all kinds of different things with those. I mean, you can grow.
Pantry's in the same room.
Same room.
Reorganized with a couple of
shelves.
You put those white closet. What do you want to call them?
Yes, I had those big white cabinets.
Cabinets, yeah.
They're from Home Depot or Lowe's too.
You're like closet.
Isn't that
thing
crazy?
with the doors.
Hey guys, we're in our 40s. We're well into our 40s now. Words are hard sometimes, you know.
Carlos, James made us Kent Rollin pork chops tonight. So there you go.
They were pretty
really good.
They were pretty good.
James is the man with the plan, with the food. All right, what's next?
The next video was he got kicked.
Oh, we're up to date.
We're up to date. So
it's a short week.
That was yesterday. Yesterday, me and Buddy went out to feed the cows.
Last night.
What did I say? Tonight?
No, you said yesterday, but
yesterday.
It was yesterday evening.
Sorry, yesterday evening.
Yeah.
And we went out to feed the cows. He got in the truck. He drove, and the tailgate was down, and I dumped all the feed out in a big long line for the cows and the horses. And then I was like, we went down to the pond. We checked out the pond, looking at the level of the water. Then we came back, and I was like, hey, let's just get out and pet the horses or whatever. And we were petting the horses and looking at the cows and everything like that.
Buddy was just standing there petting.
Buddy went up to go pet the turkey, the horse, and what happened is, I guess I saw the whole thing.
Well, he was petting him.
He was starting to pet him, and then the horse turned his butt,
spun around,
and turned his butt towards Buddy. So then Buddy backed off and started to turn around,
right, to get away from him,
and then he kicked at him while Buddy was backing up. And it tagged him right on the arm, like boom, hit him like right here.
He went like this and was trying to back up, and the horse got him right on the arm.
Yep,
but
bang.
He said, thankfully, he hadn't turned all the way around yet, because the horse would have got him in his back.
Yeah, it would have kicked him in his back.
And that could have been.
That could have paralyzed him.
I don't want to think of what that could have been.
So then he got hit in the arm, and then he was really, really in crazy pain. So then he actually didn't fall to the ground, but he kind of like crumpled to the ground a little bit. And I was like, just take it easy, buddy. Just take it easy. Just sit down and chill out. Like, it's fine. So, and I didn't know if it was broken or anything, so I wasn't going to, like, pull on it or anything. So I was just being real careful. So I called Dad and told him what was happening, and then I kind of got him into the truck. And I kind of looked at it, trying to see if, nothing was poking out or what was up. And it didn't look too bad. But he couldn't really move his fingers at all. He said he couldn't really bend his wrist at all. So it was really numb. So I was like, maybe it's broken.
It was starting to swell up.
It was starting to swell up.
And he was really tearful about it, and Buddy is tough.
No, dude, that guy, he'll like cut himself with knives and stuff, and it's fine.
I won't hear about it until like a month later.
No,
I'm like,
he'll show her the scars. He'll be like, I got cut right here.
So we were just like, we better take him. So I
thought it was, he's pretty tough. I thought it was broken.
Yeah. We really thought it was broken. I mean, usually
that's
the test, right? Yeah. If you can move it, and he could not move it.
No.
So we put it in a sling, and I took him to the ER, me and Matt. Yeah. And we had a really nice.
And I'm always the one that's always like, just chill, put some ice on it.
I told Buddy, I was like, hey, look, when we walk into the door, Dad's gonna tell you it's not broken, okay? So.
Yeah, and I've done that for the last 4 or 5 broken bones. I'm like, yeah, rub some dirt on it, it'll be alright.
Fine.
Yeah, they're always broken.
Yeah. So
we went to the ER, and we had a really good experience at the ER, and
good old Southern experience.
Yeah, it was.
Buddy prefers Buddy.
Yes, we talked about it tonight. Did he want to be called Max on here? And he said no.
No.
He just prefers Buddy, so that's just his YouTube nickname is Buddy. But I don't know. We were working on him tonight at dinner, telling him that he should just go by Max or Maximus.
So we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see if we can. Maximus totally fits him anyway. So we'll see how that goes. So the X-ray came back. The results came back that no, it was not broken. And
X-ray machine was super cool.
Yeah, it's like
it rolled into the room, and it was actually made by Fujifilm, and it rolled into the room, and it just articulated, and he didn't even have to do anything. He just sat there, and they just put out his arm like that, and then they just X-rayed it.
I was explaining,
Max is his real name,
and I was explaining to the boys that 30 years ago, to go to the emergency room to get X-rays, you're looking at $2,000.
Yeah, it's
and
not
now,
like that anymore.
we might get charged 60. Now we'll get charged for the emergency room visit. It'll probably be a couple, $200-$300, and we'll get charged maybe $85 for the X-ray.
Oh,
so,
really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we have Samaritan Ministries, and
We won't even meet our minimums. We won't even submit it.
Oh, what is it? Is it like a $500 deductible?
No, ours is $250, but if we're under $500, I'm not going to bother them with it.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to write it off anyway.
Yeah.
Samaritan, we've been with them since Buddy was born, and so it's coming up on 14 years in December.
And we've only had 20 claims.
We've had all kinds of stuff. So they're really wonderful. They're nothing like typical health insurance at all, and we just have found it to be a huge blessing for our family. So last night was a late night. We got home, and just the emotional up and down of all of it.
Yeah.
Super thankful that it wasn't a broken bone.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was just weird because we were all thinking like, oh, it's just broken, and even the nurses there were like, yeah, it's probably broken.
Yeah, because it was swelling up. They put ice on it, and he still couldn't move his fingers. And
Somebody brought up the crazy horse thing, and that's our take is if you got a nutty animal, like, people are more important and more valuable than animals.
Beyond.
I'm sorry.
Beyond.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
but
if it would have been just a few seconds difference, that horse could have kicked him in the back.
Snapped his back.
And it's not worth. I mean, that's a loaded gun. That's like
literally.
That's like having a loaded gun and throwing it in the middle of the floor and just be like, no way.
And it's not the first time. That horse has kicked him a few times. He tried to kick
that.
And that doesn't mean it was abused. It could be. It could have got a parasite in the brain or
He tried to kick the farrier just a week ago. Yeah. He's tried to kick me. That horse just needs to go.
And it wasn't kicking out of defense or anything. Like, literally, he was petting it.
Yeah.
Not like
standing there being his
friend.
Yeah,
not like putting a saddle on it, not doing anything to bother him.
I think
just
the
petting
thing is, guys, that animals are animals.
Yeah, they're not humans.
And they're not humans, but there's mean humans and evil
and they
humans.
need to be dealt with too.
And there's mean animals that are just mean for no given reason. Yeah. They're just mean. And, we all know there's animals that are good animals that get abused and all that. We're not talking about that. This horse lives the life.
Oh, my word.
And
the dream.
And the horse came from good people and the whole nine.
And he was a really good horse.
He's just
spoiled. He was good until he wasn't.
And now he's not good.
Yeah.
So, and I got kids and I got little kids. And
and
I'm not going to have a
get
child
that noise.
get hurt.
Whatever.
By an animal.
I could care less. Yep.
Yeah, no. Animals are animals.
Yep.
We don't deal with mean animals.
Nope.
So,
put down some mean humans. Line up. I'm ready. Let's roll.
Hey, I mean, there's this premise that there are no bad animals, and that's just so silly. Like, there are good animals that turn bad, and there's good people that turn bad.
Yeah. It's like a dog that was a real nice dog, and then just started biting people for no good reason. You want to keep that dog. If it was biting you in the face and doing nasty stuff, you would get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and we've had to do that before with the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Bit James, like right near the eye, like right here.
Yep.
Just barely missed his eye.
And that dog was on Craigslist within an hour.
Within an hour.
Because I'm like, I'm not having a dog that's just mean.
Yeah, just nasty.
It wasn't self-defense for the dog.
No.
The dog was just mean.
Yep.
So, So super thankful that the people that we got him from is going to take him back, and
Yes.
and they're going to try to work with him
for about 30 days.
And they're the ones who broke the horse.
Yep.
They know the horse,
Yeah.
and hopefully they'll be able to pass him on to a nice,
Yeah.
tough cowboy that
cowboy.
can keep him.
And trust me, there's some tough cowboys out there
That can keep him in check. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that horse didn't get gelded until
Yeah.
just like this past year before we bought him.
So he's
So
still.
he has a lot of. It seems like when they get gelded later,
not good.
sometimes they carry a lot of like those like aggressive type behaviors
Yes.
with them.
We've seen that.
Yeah.
Not like Durango.
No. he got.
Durango's like a puppy dog. He is like the biggest puppy dog. So,
Where did we order our fruit trees from? I've gotten fruit trees from
where's your
Wilson Nursery,
Okay.
from Leg Creek Farm, which is here in Texas. Bob Wells at Sorella Farm. I got a lot of fruit trees from them. I've done a lot of trades. Stark Brothers has good trees. I've gotten some trees from Stark Brothers. Fast growing trees, I've gotten a couple trees from them. Their trees are expensive, but they're good. I've been trying to get a Soda Sicilian. You probably knew that, Matt. That's probably why you're getting one. But I've killed several $100s worth of Soda Sicilian cuttings. Soda Sicilian is supposed to have a peach taste to it. So
pork. I missed it.
peach undertones. Yep. That's it. The Soda Sicilian. It's from Italy.
That sounds good. Whatever those figs are they me and Grace call them strawberry figs. They're bright green, like a lime green on the outside, and inside is like pinky, seedy flesh. It looks like a strawberry.
Is it like a?
It's called an Adriatic fig. So all your green with pink interior or red interior, it has like a fig jam taste. And
It's
they
like
are
one of our favorites.
the bomb.
Yep.
So we have green Isha, strawberry Verte,
Yeah.
Sister Madeline's green Greek, and then we have the Emerald Strawberry, which has an interior more like an LSU Tiger.
So
But
good.
they're all
I don't
incredible.
know which one,
Adriatics are awesome.
but we eat a lot of figs.
Oh, and also we will have some trees available, Brian.
Yes. This
in
fall.
the fall.
Yep.
I've made some, but the heat's kind of hard to.
Yeah, it's hard on stuff, but we
propagate
will
stuff.
have cuttings in the fall, and we will start back up the food forest in the box. For those that didn't get it this spring or just want another one, we'll be rolling that out again. We're gonna.
What month?
I don't know.
Okay.
yet because we have to figure out. I haven't yet looked at the dates or anything.
Oh no, we'll be
Or do
rolling
you
out
know?
Food Forest. It won't be till at least November.
November.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to cool down a lot.
It's gotta cool
and
down a
everything
lot.
has to start to go into dormancy. And then we're going to be rolling out with all new Food Forest in the Box, and included we are going to add, what I was thinking anyway, is adding a Food Forest in the Box course. So then it'll show you everything to do when you receive your Food Forest in the Box. And it'll just be on a sheet of paper, maybe with a QR scan or a link or something.
For the
Yeah.
the routing list.
Yes.
I prefer. You got to be able to see it, like instructions on
No.
paper. When you see people like doing it on a video, that's like, hey, I use this.
Yeah, I'm
I
a
do it like
visual
this.
learner. I can't. Yeah, you show me something.
And it's
instructions.
faster than trying to read it.
Yeah,
and
read
follow
it and try and figure it out. Yeah. So that's our plans for that.
We got new people. They want to know, what is Food Forest in a box?
Food Forest in a Box is several different fruit tree varieties that we take off of our fruit trees by snipping them, and they have either 2 to 4 buds on them, and all you got to do is stick them in a cup, a solo cup with dirt, or just right into the ground, and they will start their own tree of whichever variety. We got like mulberries, figs. What else?
Elderberries.
Elderberries,
elderberry.
goji berries.
Yeah.
You also said peach trees too.
Yeah, we might do
Peach.
some peach tree cuttings.
Some peach.
I haven't propagated any type of stone pits from cuttings. I
Yep.
mean, you can do it. I haven't done it yet.
Blackberries.
Yep. Primark blackberries,
Raspberries.
So those, raspberries.
Yeah.
raspberries.
Quite a bit of-
raspberry. I think
Right?
the raspberries finally they popped back
Yeah.
just a little bit, but they were super crazy, but they didn't. Yeah.
And they're the thornless
Yes.
blackberries that we do too. So it's just a nice, super easy kit that we put together. And
No, apple trees you can't do it with.
Well,
Right?
you can propagate apple trees.
By cuttings?
The problem with my apple trees is I don't have any of them labeled, so I could sell cuttings from them, but I don't.
Just be like apple tree.
Texas
apple
Dad's
tree.
apple tree.
Texas Dad's apple trees.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, this drought we've had has been substantial. I mean, very close to the 2011 drought, but it's been very significant.
Oh, I'm
Drought.
going to show them
Very
some
dry.
books. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to show them some books I got for the kids this week. Hey, don't underestimate buying used books online for your kids. It's like so awesome to get really nice books at not retail price. So I found these books this week used on Amazon, and I love this author. I don't love every single book that she's ever written, but I do love this author. This is Jan Brett, and I have several of these books for my children. I love the just the creativity, the imagination that goes into these books. They're absolutely beautiful. So I picked up 3 more this week for their collection, and you can just see the pictures are just like, they're just beautiful. They're just absolutely beautiful. Hold on a second, let me see. I'm trying to find you some good pictures in here that are, I mean, they're really, really pretty pictures, and they're good stories. There's a good storyline to them. So we got this one. This is Hedgie's Surprise. We have like Hedgie's hat, and we have the mitten, which is an all-time favorite around here. I also got this one. This is the Town Mouse and the Country Mouse. So just a classic that she's redone with her own little twist on it. And I was reading this afternoon to my daughter, and she absolutely loves it. Let me see. The pictures are just,
We
they're
have Texas
gorgeous.
Everbearing. We have
Yeah.
4 or 5 Texas Everbearing.
They're really, really nice. So, and then this is the last one that I got them, Fritz and the Beautiful Horses. And let me just show you a couple pictures in here. But the kids are just super duper loving them. They're just beautiful. They're imaginative.
They're really good. I read them till month.
Yeah.
They're just
Not
really,
sponsored, by the way.
They're really, really nice
Bought them with our own money.
books.
Yep.
They're really, really nice books that there's no trash or nonsense in them. There's no bad attitudes in them.
Yeah.
They're just really, really cool. So this is just 3, but you can look up Jan Brett. She also, most of the time you can get her books at your library too. And I know that trying to find good books at your library is like a needle in a haystack sometimes. But
You can find really terrible books at your library, though.
But you can usually find
Well,
Jan
if you
Brett
buy
books at the
Propagate.
library too. Like I said, I'm not going to say I love every single one because I haven't read every single one, but we have several and I do love them.
Somebody actually asked, would we ever move out of Texas?
Well, I mean,
These colors don't run.
come on, that's
We're
a
here to
silly
stay.
question. No.
We are here to stay.
Well rooted.
I learned something this week from being on my oh yeah. So I learned something this week from an older gentleman, and he's like, you know the difference? Do you know the difference between a Yankee and a darn Yankee? And I was like, no, I don't know the difference. He's like, well, the difference is a Yankee comes down here, but then he goes back up. You know, he doesn't stay down here in Texas. He said, but a darn Yankee comes down and stays here. So I was like, well, I guess I'm a darn Yankee then.
No, I think you got your Texas badge. It's been 8 years. Hey, this winter will be coming up on 9
Yeah.
years in Texas. So, I think we've
We're
what do
pretty
you
close.
say? We've assimilated. We've
We actually got, what was that? Do you remember that comment that we got? We actually got that guy that was like crazy Texas guy. Like that guy had like the Texas flag, like for his like. I mean, it was like in his jeans. Who was that guy?
I don't know.
Remember that comment that came
I don't
in, and
know.
he like.
I mean, we had to renounce our citizenship from the North when we moved
did.
down here,
Yes.
and you know, I mean, we're not looking back. It's wonderful. We love everything about where we are, and we think that you should love everything about
Wherever
where
you are.
you're at too.
Yeah.
So if
And
that's
no move to Texas. Stay where you're at.
you
Yep.
know, if you love Idaho, if you
Yeah.
love Wyoming, if you love
exactly.
Montana, or I mean, there's some really good cowboy states out there.
Yep.
Oh, moving from PA to Florida, that's not even a thing. Everybody in
Oh,
Florida is
come
either
on,
from the
come on.
tri-state area. They're from New York, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania.
Think about it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I think where the culture shift comes is like from the East Coast to the West Coast, or from the yeah, I would say East Coast, West Coast, and then you know the middle of the country, the Midwest has their own deal altogether. But if you just go vertical up and down, you're probably not going to experience as much culture change as, I mean, unless if you were going from like Maine to Florida, then you might have some culture change.
Just a little bit.
It would be a wicked change.
Yeah.
Wicked hardcore change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there'd be a temperature change.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. of
Substantial
course. That's-
temperature change.
Yeah,
Pretty
that
good.
is good.
Yankees try to change. I don't know. If Yankees try to change Texas, they usually get run out on a rail.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we
Rooting from
absolutely.
upstate New York and have been in Central Texas for 30 years.
But we love Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, we came here and moved here and we embraced it, and we're not trying to change the culture of Texas. We embrace the culture of Texas very much so.
We will,
And-
and we'll be selling. You can do berries and figs. That's fine. We're going to be selling cuttings individually, so you'll be able to mix and match. We're going to do prepackaged deals for some people.
Yeah.
We will probably do the peat pods again. There's always pluses and minuses with both.
Yep.
And the first time I used peat pods, I had a ton of success. The problem you have with peat pellets is when you go from the rooted cutting and putting it in a pot, there's some serious like moisture challenges trying to get the moisture right, because that peat will hold
With the
that
droplets?
moisture close to the cutting because of the droplets. And so I might not do pellets in every box. I'll have them available so that people can buy them, but unless you mess with them, like I've been using pellets a lot for 3 or 4 years now, and it's always like a give and a take. It's super easy to get the big roots and get it to go, but then when you go to put it in a pot, you lose it. At least I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever we put them in, they're going to be user friendly, beginner friendly, and try to help you, like set you up for success.
Yeah.
I think everybody had a lot of success last year, actually, with the food forest in a
Yeah.
box. We got a lot of really great feedback from that.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff that we got a lot of feedback, a lot of great feedback, and a lot of feedback, certain stuff to fix and change, which,
Yeah.
Food Forest in the Box 2.0 will be very good.
Better, new and improved, and everything's going to be battle hardened by this
Yeah.
drought. So
That's true.
yeah.
So Heidi said, yes, you have to embrace where you are. We've embraced Idaho, and there's definitely a culture here.
What do you mean the Midwest has its own deal? Every segment of the country has its own ideologies, idiosyncrasies, culture,
Absolutely.
social norms.
So, and it's
Nuances.
nice if you can move somewhere where it's like a very good culture, not like weird and like hippie, weird like Portland culture, like something really, really good. Kind of like, like Texas culture. That's the only thing I know right now. But, we can dress up, but mainly that's like how we always dress, is all Texaned up. And sometimes we'll have people, we had an older gentleman come over here, and he was dropping off some logs or whatever, and he's like, why are you all dressed up? And we're like, nope, this is what we work in. Like, we're not dressed up for nothing. This is just what we do. So when we go out to town, sometimes we'll get people just look at you and they're like, they know that you're in, they know what you are, Yeah. And it's so funny because, and I've said this a couple of times, but like if we forget to like just wear our hat and we're still wearing a button-up shirt or whatever, we'll be all the normal people that we know in town, which is quite a few, and they're like, oh man, you're not wearing your hat or
Where's
whatever.
your hat?
Yeah, they're like, oh man, you always make my day when I see you or whatever.
Aw,
So
yeah. So that was a question, I think, for Texas Dad. How many children do you have, and what are their ages?
Oh, dude, I get
pop
this. What are you
quiz,
talking about?
pop
So,
quiz.
there's Matt, 17. There's James is. I keep trying to say James is 15, but he's 14.
He's 14.
He's 14.
James
I
is
actually
14.
thought he was 15 all this week. I
Buddy
told
is
people he was
13.
Whoops.
Junior is 6.
7.
7.
Oh, Junior just turned
Ouch.
7. Sissy is 5. Gonna be 6.
Gonna be 6.
And then Little Tex is 4. Bam!
Wow, nailed it.
Nailed it. I took my ginkgo biloba today.
Nailed it. When do you think
Nailed
the
it.
economy will start to feel?
The shortage of meat in the U.S. Everybody I've been talking to is saying that it's gonna take a little bit, but we're already kind of feeling it right now. I mean, beef's already up to like $8-9 a pound, and I'm talking about the junk, y'all, the junky junk. So
We do go hunting, but we
Yes.
are not prolific hunters yet.
No,
but
not
we
yet.
will be,
yes,
and we continue to accumulate dirt.
Yes.
So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But we're really good fishers, though. So there you go.
And I think that some of it might not be as much of a shortage as it will just be so inflated
Yes.
that you're going to be at the grocery store
Mhm.
and
yeah,
you're
it's
going
gonna
to
be
be
the next
like
caviar. Yeah.
$10 a pound.
Rich
Never
man's food.
mind. I'll
Yeah.
just get
Yep.
the bug meat. That's
The bug
here.
meat that's like literally half the
I'm
price.
going to get the
The
Beyond.
Impossible Burger.
Yeah.
Because guess how much the Impossible Burger, like ground beef in a package, guess how much is that?
$5 a pound.
$5 a pound.
Yep.
So it's literally half the price
There
of
you
normal.
go.
Chemo meat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And guess what? If you do trust the label on the back of that scary thing, it's literally all soy. Like soy.
Yeah, it's derivatives.
Yeah,
It's not even,
derivatives
like,
of
real
soy.
food.
No, it's not even
like,
real soy. It's like plastic soy.
It's like, I think there's like ground up blue hair in there, and then there's man buns in there. There's like pink paisley shirts in there.
yes.
What else
Hey,
is
no,
in there?
it's not
Zombie
pink. It's
bugs.
salmon. Okay.
Salmon paisley
Yeah.
shirts.
That's what the guys say that wear pink. They're like, it's salmon, okay? It's not pink.
I mean, there's some cultures that eat bugs, right? Like in Africa and stuff,
Yeah.
they eat like
Dip them in chocolate. they're good.
grasshoppers and things like that. But I think there's a difference between eating like chocolate dipped grasshoppers and honey dipped grasshoppers and then just eating like something like processed in a tube that's
Yeah.
There's a new ingredient in a lot of things. It comes from crickets. I forget what it's called, but yeah, they're,
Oh, yeah, you
they're
were
already
telling me
stuffing the
about that.
bugs in our
Yep.
food.
Getting us used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Say crickets products give you nuclear farts.
I don't want to know about crickets.
Yeah, well, the problem with the market sell-off, it's not flooding our market, it's flooding the foreign markets, and they're still selling it at a premium.
Yep.
And that's what's going to exponentially create a shortage next year. But
Yeah.
everybody you listen to, like Texas Slim and the Beef Initiative, definitely check out thebeefinitiative.com. We're all working on parallel economies. What we're working on is community economy. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, well, what? You know, you put out all this stuff and you warn, and what are you supposed to do? You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to do something.
Build your community.
You're supposed to do something yourself. It's not about there ought to be regulations and there ought to be more and they ought not allow this to do this and that and the other. And it's all like they should do this. No, what it is you should do, right? So what did we do? We bought cows. We bought dirt. Oh, well, everybody can't do that. Well, I understand that. But, you know, if you don't have dirt and you don't have cows, you can find somebody with dirt and cows and you can buy their beef from them. You know what I mean? So it's all about action. And the thing about homesteading, and Bill Mollison said permaculture sedition, it's all about, instead of complaining, it's important to know what's going on. It's important to point things out so that you see the train a coming and all that stuff. But you have to do something. We moved 8 years ago because we saw enormous amount of trends, and I saw all kind of financial chicanery and shenanigans. And I mean, I saw crazy financial stuff. Okay, that's just nuts. And I've expected this financial house of cards. Now it's coming down, y'all. If it doesn't take less than 12 months, I will be. Now, I thought it was coming down in '08. But this whole financial shenanigans and sloppy poopy pants said December 13th, he's doing the CBDC. Now, the only way they're doing central bank digital currency is there needs to be a crisis between now and then. That's the only way they're getting it off. Now, if it doesn't happen, they're not getting it. It's not going to be enacted on December 13th. But if it's enacted on December 13th, that means that major cyber attack or whatever, fill in the current convenient crisis, of the last tabletop exercise or whatever. Okay, but I mean, so we moved 8 years ago. Why? Because wow, this, that, the other 8 million things. Okay, well, let's get out of here. Okay, we're gonna move. Okay, well, what do we want to do? Well, I think we need a food 401k. I think we need to diversify. Now, does that mean we grow everything and we eat everything and we're 90% sustainable and 90% of everything we eat?
Yeah.
What is a farmer doing? Buying potatoes. Yeah, well, I mean, we're not there yet, all right? It doesn't happen overnight, all right?
We literally got that
And
comment.
you know what's awesome? Like, we show you all the stuff. We show you every time we goof up. You know, this isn't like some perfect choreographed Instagram. This is like real life, real deal.
Like,
and that's why we get the hate and the vitriol.
You know what? We did amazing on sweet potatoes last year, and we had so many sweet potatoes in our garage stored. We had them all the way through until this spring. We planted them, we replanted them, and I brought in, I don't know how many 5-gallon buckets of leftover sweet potatoes.
David the Good.
We gave a bunch to a neighbor up the road that wanted them for her dogs. And
Everything I posted.
I mean, we just had tons of sweet potatoes. So, Lord willing, we'll have them again. We have grown regular potatoes in the past, but it just did not work out this year. We just did not have a good potato harvest this year. So there's going to be fluctuation, right? And then that's how you can rely on other people. And you're not going to die if you don't have potatoes, right? That's why you grow a lot of different things.
Yep.
Because we are spoiled Americans and think that we need everything to eat.
Yep.
And you really don't need everything.
No, you need community, and you need the trade, and you need the barter, and you need to start now. I do that all the time when different homesteaders are like, oh, hey, Troy from Chickawa Ranch, they don't run a YouTube channel anymore. He was like, hey, we got this super awesome garlic, and I want to send you some. Can I get some mulberry trees? So I'm airlaying a world's best mulberry, and I'm sending him a Chicago Hardy fig, and we bartered. So that's what we do, right? Mm-hmm. Practice now for when, there aren't options.
And I saw somebody on here saying them and their friends are going in together on a cow and a pig, I think you said. And that's the way that it was. If you go back and watch, like, Edwardian farms and wartime farms, there's a great documentary on the BBC. I think every homesteader has probably seen it by now. We usually watch it at least once a year all the way through. It will last you for months because there's like, I don't even know, what is it? It's like wartime farm, Edwardian farm,
Tudor farm.
There's like a whole series on all of them. It's the same people. They go back in time and they live that way for like a year.
Yep.
And you can learn so many different little tips and tricks and just encouragement overall by watching that. But they had pig clubs and cow clubs where they would get together and they would go in together and buy a cow or buy a pig, and somebody would raise it up and then they would work it out and
So the whole CBDC thing, this is why the Beef Initiative is introducing all these grass-fed growers to crypto and currently Bitcoin, is because if we're going to have this modicum of exchange, so we ran into the same thing when we sell our beef, is like, okay, so how do I pay you? So on this last big batch, we did several times. I use Venmo. Venmo is great. And I'm like, I never heard of Venmo, and so I put it on my phone, and like
Us kids have used
people
Venmo.
How
paid me in
many
Venmo.
pigs and cows and Craigslist purchases have you made with?
Venmo?
Well, not
Well,
just
the Cash
Venmo,
App.
Cash
but
App.
Cash App.
But the Venmo works the best for, like, if you're out in the sticks. That thing, like, it takes like 2 seconds, but the Cash App will take like a half an hour.
And I realize all of that is virtual conditioning for
Yes,
virtual
true.
currency.
Yes.
But we are going to, if we're going to, look, if we're not going to be able to physically exchange goods, right, and there's going to have to be a monicum of exchange, then some type of crypto I think is great, you know? And I realize everything has its challenges and
Yes, of
everything.
course.
But that's even barter. I mean, there's challenges with that. Well, I don't need what you have in excess of. So, but I still want to get you this product. So what kind of monicum of exchange? So, I mean, yeah, could crypto be a setup and could Bitcoin be a whatever? Yeah, but there's lots of different cryptos and what have you. But, I mean, hey, y'all, the greenback fiat piece of paper you have in your
right.
pockets is set up. I mean,
And even to point, Texas Dad, this is what I was saying to the boys tonight. That, you know, the people that own the horse that we bought him from, you know, have so graciously offered to take him back and then resell him and then give us back our money. But I said they have a whole lot of horses there. We could just exchange them. You know, we don't have to wait for the greenbacks. We could just horse for horse, just do a swap.
Texas Mom's a horse trader.
Just trade them
y'all.
out. I mean,
She is like,
we don't need
uh-oh,
any more horses.
Nuggets
Nugget?
photobombing.
Nugget?
What are you doing?
That's negative.
Give your daddy a kiss.
She
Kiss mommy's hand.
really wants this piece of paper that's right here.
She is. She's a trash
obsessed
picker.
with paper.
She loves chewing paper.
She loves to chew paper. She got a haircut this week. We didn't film that.
No.
What's the barter conversion for weed eater string to toothpaste? That's what I'm going to work on, y'all. I'm going to work on the barter calculator, and it's going to be an app for your phone, and it'll only cost $4.99.
We've bartered
and you can
a
buy it
lot.
at TheTexasBoys.com.
We have
That'd be
bartered
cool.
a lot. Hey, we do have a new product that Buddy is going to be working on.
Yes.
And
It's gonna be super cool.
you don't want to tell him what it is?
Nugget is a girl. You don't have to worry about misgendering a dog.
No, oh my
here,
word.
y'all. We're good.
Dear me.
Somebody was worrying about us misgendering a cow a couple weeks ago.
Come here. What's your pronouns, Nugget? Come here.
What
She doesn't have her badge on. I know. I'm sorry. She doesn't have her here, her, him.
Yeah, farm
She's-
dog appearance for real.
Oh my soul! You need a pink bow in your hair,
Oh,
honey.
Nugget.
You need a pink bow. Look at
Oh,
everything.
hey,
paper.
where's Buddy's Longhorns? Where did he hang that?
Dude, yeah.
Oh,
That
I'll
was
get
awesome.
some.
It's in. No.
No, get the one.
I'll get
Did you see the ones that he made?
No.
It's out in
No,
the tiny house.
I
Oh.
can show him the other horns.
No,
though.
show him the ones that he
Let
did.
me- Let me show him these real quick.
Nugget, they think you're precious. She's kind of worthless, y'all, but she's very. She's a good coping mechanism. Yes, Buddy's arm's okay. He's gonna be alright.
Yes, praise the Lord.
Nugget always steals the spotlight.
So Buddy worked on these this week. Since
Buddy's with the littles, I think. I think he's entertaining them.
I think they go
he's,
this
He's
way.
good at entertaining them.
So these were the horns from the Jersey Bull. And
James is. Oh, there it is.
oh wait a
Did
minute.
you see
Hold on.
those?
Wait. And then these are the horns. I don't know who this was from. I think just at the butcher shop they gave them these horns.
Yeah, some random horns. Yeah.
Aren't they beautiful? So these are all on my mantle right now.
But
But
then.
hold on. Wait a minute.
But wait, there's more.
There's more horns.
And for $499, these could be yours at TheTexasBoys.com.
So then, he made this though,
Is
How
that
awesome is
beautiful
that,
or
y'all?
what?
and it's like he polished it
And
all.
that's cowhide.
shiny.
That's
This is
real
cowhide.
cowhide.
Yep.
Show them up
And then-
close how he tied it.
Then he tied it. This is what the back looks like. And he used fishing string for stitching, which a lot of the guys that he's watched. Nope, never mind. It's not fishing string. Sorry. I was looking at it. No, it's actually that. It's actually his leather string, his leather sewing string. That's actually meant for sewing leather. Sorry about that. But
yeah, Buddy's an artisan. He likes doing anything.
So it would hang this way.
yeah, it would
on
hang
your
like
wall.
hang like this, or you could sit
Isn't that beautiful?
have it sit there
They're
like that.
so pretty. They're like so shiny.
Yep.
Where's Buddy?
Yeah, he
Everybody
buffed it
wants.
all.
Why don't,
He's hanging out.
do you
He's
wanna
hanging
go-
out.
Do you
He's
want to go
He's
get
just
Buddy?
hanging out with the kids.
Buddy's Buddy's very much a loner, y'all.
He
That's why
is-
he likes to sit and
He's a super
super
introvert.
detailed,
Very introvert.
like,
Yes.
and he'll sit there and he'll work on that for like hours.
Yeah.
You know.
He likes anything that has like a million steps to it. That's going to be really intricate. He likes working on things like that. But he's a goofball too. He's
a super goofball.
He is a super goofball. He's
Yeah, but like with these, like the funny thing is he's like an introvert. But then if we go to the butcher shop, if it's something he wants, like he'll be like, "Hey, do you got any horns?"
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like,
it's so
whoa,
funny
he just
you're right because
yeah.
usually he
Real
stays
quiet.
but if he wants something,
No, he'll flat out just be
Buddy.
like, "Hey, do you got any horns laying around here?" And then they're like, "Yeah, sure. We actually got some horns in the back. Here you go. You want them?"
there. I promise you, Buddy's truck will have horns on the
Oh,
back.
yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, like horn on the
I
gear shifter
promise
and
you.
he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buddy made a ring out of a horn too.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's
Yeah, he made a
really
ring.
pretty.
It's really pretty.
It's very pretty. I told him I wanted it, but
good. Brian wants to know if they're going on the hood of the Odyssey.
I think
like right there, right on the front.
hanging from my rear view mirror. These big horns.
That'd be gangsta.
Oh my soul. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
he's just really talented with that kind of stuff. Oh my. We live in the right state, y'all. We picked the right state, I'll tell you that. Any of the cowboy states probably would have been sufficient, but oh yeah.
Start with the buggy. Yeah, for real.
Oh man, so I think everything's running this week.
Everything.
buggy?
The buggy's running.
Yeah, the buggy's running.
Tractor,
The
Tractor's running.
The
The
brush-
brush hog's
Both
running.
trucks are running.
Both trucks are
The brush hog's running.
running.
James's truck is kind of running. Still.
Kind of running. James's
Oh,
truck is kind of running.
Did you tell him about the bumper?
So,
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
so
Which
we-
bumper?
My no. Yes, my bumper. So
And this was right before you had to take
The night
cows
before.
in.
the night
night
before.
before.
So anyway, so our neighbor, which if you watch the video, we cut down this we had a tree service come out and cut down this gigantic tree for him, right? And I calculated it up and it was 10,000 board feet. Huge tree, massive tree. And this was 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks ago.
All we do is barter with
Yeah,
our
2 weeks
neighbors.
ago. So I called him. I was like, "Hey, we need some more wood for the
It's
flooring
like
of the
an
shop."
ongoing
And he was like,
barter.
"Okay, yeah, sure. Come on over and pick it up. You know, we might need 2 of our tractors to slide it on there, whatever." I mean, huge log, the biggest log I've worked with. So we get our very gangster trailer. Was converted from a boat trailer into a normal flat trailer. Put that on the black truck, which was from up north, and you know, it's a pretty solid stinking truck. And we take it over there. And it's only single axle. Yeah. So anyway, we take it over there, and we're like, how are we? Like, our tractor has a 2,000 pound lifting capacity, so 1 ton, and it couldn't pick up the log, but it could only pick it up from one end barely. So that's how heavy it was. So the thing had to weigh like probably 2 tons. So we were able to pick up one end, and then I put the truck in 4-wheel drive and then sneak the trailer up underneath of it, and then they lowered it down. Then the end was still hanging off, and the thing about the trailer is that it has this big swing gate that you got to swing it up, or it would just drag on the ground. So anyway, so we're like, hey, we just need to scooch it like 2 more feet. So then James is on the tractor, and I had the brakes. I was inside the truck. I had the brakes on and everything like that, 4-wheel drive low. And I was just holding on the brakes and in park. And they're pushing on the log and everything like that. And all of a sudden, all I hear is boom! And what happened was the log actually shifted onto the trailer. But when it did that, it also totally bent and sheared pretty much almost totally off my bumper. Kind of, it not downward, but upward. It kind of curled it up. because they were pushing on it, so it just pushed it up. I'm just glad that it didn't destroy my truck, but it just sheared off. And all you could see when you walk up to it was a pile of rust right there. But the trailer was still attached to the ball. But I mean, this thing, it wasn't holding on by much. So I love my neighbor. He's always so funny. I'm like, you think it's gonna like make it? He's like, yeah, try it out. So he's like, just take it slow, don't jerk on it. So I was like, okay. So he was cracking up the whole time we're like pulling out of here. The thing, I don't even know how it was attached. And I just pull out on the highway. I'm like, I hope, like, because you got to pull out straight onto the highway. So if this thing breaks off, it'll block off traffic. So I'm like, please, dear Lord, don't let this thing break off.
County road.
Yeah,
not
county
a
road.
highway, right.
People still drive
super
70.
crazy close to the
but-
house.
yeah,
as
but-
close to the house as you can live.
Yeah, but-
our neighbor.
But people do still go like 75 miles an hour down the
Yeah.
road. And it was on a blind hill. So
Yeah.
people were coming over and they couldn't really see me.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were able to make it home. Barely. And that thing was crunching and everything like that. So then we were getting the cow the next morning. And we're like, dude,
What are we gonna do?
what do we got to do? Like, we
Thank
got to
the
go
Lord.
to the scrapyard.
If they were towing a cow trailer with a cow in it,
Oh,
would've
it would have
been
been
that
bad.
thing gave up
really bad.
the ghost. It
Yeah.
would have.
And you could see where it was totally rusted through.
I
You
mean,
know,
it was
it's just from
roached.
up north,
Yeah,
it's
just
a
having
salt road.
and all that stuff.
So we were scouring the internet. It's 2004, and it was F-150, right? And those things are practically you can't find them. Like, they're nowhere. Not in the junkyards, nowhere. Around here, anyway. And you can't order them. They're gone. They're out of stock everywhere. So we're like, great. And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh, wait, we got the exact same truck. Like, the identical truck sitting in the yard. I was like, just pull that one off and throw it on the other one, and we'll be good for the morning.
We were scrambling.
So James and me, but mainly it was James. He watched the video on how to take it apart. It's 4 main bolts to take it off.
Beep, boop, bop.
But then we had to go back to the same neighbor, and we're like, hey, do you got a breaker bar and some 18 millimeter socket? So we went over there, and we hossed on that thing for 3-4 hours trying to get it off and then put it back on, and we finally put it back together, and man, just in the nick of time.
You had a bumper.
Yep,
And
had a
now-
bumper, and the second it got fixed, we put the trailer on, went and got the cow, and then took it to the butcher. So
And then our neighbor, who's a master welder, is going to weld James up
A custom
super
bumper.
jungle bumper, and
Yeah.
it'll probably powder coated or something like that. And it'll be sweet.
yeah, he wants to build us a back bumper, and then on top of that, we're gonna have him design like 2 front brush guards for the trucks too.
It's a thrill a minute on the homestead, guys. A thrill a minute.
Keeping it real.
That was pretty crazy. Well, we better go.
Yeah,
because we
all
have
right, y'all.
church
We're going to let
tomorrow.
y'all get
Smart
to
move.
bed or do whatever.
Yes, we need
And
to.
Lord willing, next Saturday, same bat time, same
Yeah,
bat
yeah.
channel. We'll be back on. And hey, y'all, if you want a really awesome homesteading, gardening / family friendly channel, please subscribe to the Survival Gardening channel with David the Good.
Awesome
Because
guy,
he's absolutely
and
incredible.
he's super funny.
And he has an incredible channel, and it's child safe, so your
Oh,
kids
yeah.
can watch it.
Yeah.
And it is Junior's favorite channel.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so we appreciate David the Good and his content. We've
Yeah.
learned a lot. We try to implement.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, hope y'all have a great weekend. Did we miss anybody's questions? I don't think so. I think.
No, not that I know of.
Have a wonderful Lord's
here
Day
comes Sissy Bug.
tomorrow. Have a great Lord's Day tomorrow, and we sure are planning on it. And thanks so much. We had a lot of people on here this evening. I don't know if you want to shout out some of these people and tell them good night.
Yeah. Rick Belsky, Julie Cross, Brian Hayden. We got a lot of new peeps on.
Lots of new peeps.
Princeston, the French Bulldog.
Curly Q Stooge.
Curly Q Stooge, David the Good, Mike Ward, Deborah Jones, Brenda, Brooklyn Butterfly,
Mark
Texas
Edwards.
Farmer, Mark Edwards, Mr. Solus, Carlos Ito, Remnant Resources, Blue Water Pines 2,
Broken Butterfly.
Dennis Mom of 4, Rachel Dovnosky. All right, I think we got everybody in the last through Faith and Grace, Sarah Sisler, Did I miss anybody else? Australian Girl, thank you, Cassie Davis. Texas Farm, we had several Texas channels on
Yep.
tonight. We appreciate all y'all. Y'all have a super awesome week. If you can, support Darlene. All right, one last pitch. We would like to get that funded
Yes.
this week.
Yes,
I don't know why I
yes,
won't
yes.
post the thing there.
Yes. The
But,
link is in all of our videos, right at
It's
the
in all
top.
of our videos.
No.
It just says Save Darlene's
Longhorn.
Longhorn, and we're trying to get that wrapped up this
Yeah.
week. Would be great, so we can get her some hay, and then the boys can get
Denowski.
down there and film that. That is going to be a wonderful video.
Thanks,
super-
David. You didn't have to do that.
Aw.
Oh, we appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
That was super sweet. Thank you. Go check out David the Good.
The Survival Gardening
The
Channel with
Survival
David
Gardening
the Good.
and
He officially
all-
has like the longest YouTube channel.
Yeah.
and all of his children over there.
They got lots of
I
kids
think
over
they're
there.
up to. Are you 10?
It's close.
I think you're at
8,
10.
9 or 10.
You're at 10. I think you're at 10. But yeah, and they have a lot of books. He has written a lot of books on gardening, permaculture, grocery row gardening.
He actually inspired a
Um,
T-shirt that we haven't made yet.
Yeah.
But I wanted to put, what did I say? Compost the New World Order?
No,
No, compost. No, compost a
your enemies.
no.
No, 'cause
Compost
that's yours.
a globalist.
yeah, compost the globalist.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right.
Oh, yep, 10.
Yep, 10
See,
kids.
I was right.
Yeah.
I was right. Okay.
Compost the globalist. So that's going to be on the T-shirt store. All right. So.
He's working on discretion, guys. He's gonna have more discretion as he gets
Eventually.
older.
Yeah. Whenever I need my new shoulder. Shoulder's going good, y'all.
Yeah, your arm's doing good.
Oh yeah.
Arm's doing good.
Yes.
So-
It's doing as good as a broken arm can be doing.
Mhm.
It's a mess, but we're looking
I'm a
into a couple
broken
other
man.
things too. So to
The bugs in the pots.
he was probably like,
Okay, Mike. Oh yeah, send us a message tomorrow. Mike might want to come. Mike might come and look at the Longhorns maybe.
Okay.
oh sweet. Okay. Yep. Well.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. Thanks
Yep,
for
yep.
hanging out. See you on the next video.